Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen, FTR has arrived in AEW. FTR, formerly known as the Revival in WWE, have made their debut on AEW Dynamite and they confronted the Young Bucks. They actually saved them from the Butcher and the Blade and completely took them out. And on the subsequent Dynamite, they had an interview with Tony Schiavone where they explained that they're the best tag team in the world and they're in AEW because AEW has the best tag team division in the world and they're here to become the tag team champions. And they went on to have a debut match against the Butcher and the Blade and absolutely destroyed them. Gave a great match, and then the Young Bucks came out and confronted the Revival, or now known as FTR, I'm sorry, and they said that they've been carrying tag team wrestling on their back for many years. And this was a rivalry that had been building up for many years because you see, many years ago, the Young Bucks and FTR had got involved in an online feud about who is the best tag team in the world. And the Young Bucks would go on to Ring of Honor and make fun of them by saying, "Fuck the Revival." So the whole crowd would chant that. FTR.
1, 2, 3.
And obviously the Revival took exception to that, and now they're in AEW and we can finally have this dream match that has been years in the making. But something funny did happen. FTR and the Young Bucks are now going to team up to take on the Butcher and the Blade and the Lucha Brothers, the returning Lucha Brothers, at Fyter Fest. And it's going to be quite an interesting matchup in this 8-man tag team match. And as an unbiased reporter, I'm going to go with the Young Bucks and FTR picking up the win. Back to you, Shardul.
So FTR debuting on AEW Dynamite was one of the coolest things, the best things that happened during the road to Fyter Fest. But we move on to the next match, which is Orange Cassidy versus Chris Jericho. And this all started when Orange Cassidy just kind of interrupted the Inner Circle during one of their backstage interviews. And they took real offense to that and beat the shit out of Orange Cassidy just before his Casino ladder match at Double or Nothing. And post Double or Nothing, I think 2 weeks post that, when they had lost the Stadium Stampede match, etc., Orange Cassidy just came out and kind of just smirked at them. And that caused Tony Khan to call the match, which is the Best Friends teaming up with Orange Cassidy versus Santana and Ortiz and Jake Hager in a 6-man tag match. And that's when, kudos to Orange Cassidy for pinning Santana. But right after that, that's when Inner Circle beat the shit out of Best Friends, and particularly Orange Cassidy. When they got these blood oranges, they got a sack of blood oranges, and they're like these huge oranges, melons almost, and they smashed that sack on Orange Cassidy's face, and that was actually like he was really bogged down, beaten up thoroughly in that beatdown. He was left in a pool of his own blood, and as Chris Jericho said it, Orange Cassidy, you've been juiced. King of taglines, Chris Jericho. But yeah, right after that, Best Friends put their title shots on the line against Les Excords, Sammy Guevara and Chris Jericho. Super confident. They were looking as fierce as ever. They beat them. And that actually, since Orange Cassidy was recovering, he came on as a cameraman. He was a cameraman during the match. And he ambushed Chris Jericho. And that led to a brawl that basically went through the whole stadium. And Orange Cassidy ended up putting Chris Jericho through a table. Next level shit happening. And never seen this side of Orange Cassidy as well. So this match is actually going to be really exciting. And I'm going for Orange Cassidy to nick this one.
You can't bet against Le Champion. So I'm going with Chris Jericho to get the W at the second night on Fyter Fest. And now switching gears a bit, we are moving on to the women's division. And this is a very unique matchup because Nyla Rose is teasing a surprise and mystery opponent. So I'm going to guess that mystery opponent is going to be Tessa Blanchard, the hottest free agent on the market. If AEW can get her, I'm going with Tessa Blanchard for the win if she debuts at AEW.
Regardless of which, I'm going for Nyla Rose. And that means he's going for the question mark opponent, whoever that may be.
And also, Lance Archer is looking to bounce back from that disappointing loss to Cody Rhodes, and he will be taking on Joey Janela at Fyter Fest. And it's safe to say that the Murder Hog Machine is pissed, and I don't even think Jake the Snake Roberts can control him. So I'm going with Lance Archer on this one.
So am I. So the next match we want to talk about is Colt Cabana teaming up with the Dark Order against SCU. So now Colt Cabana has been on this mad losing streak, and Brody Lee just comes up to him in an interview and puts his arm around him and says, I know a thing or two about losses since he lost to Brody Lee for the title. Since he lost to John Moxley for the title. And he was just, and that's Dark Order's MO. Like they go out and tell people that you need to stop losing, and that's how they recruit people. And Colt Cabana was obviously interested, and he teamed up with Brody Lee against Sonny Kiss and Joey Janela. And what happened was that Joey Janela was out cold, completely knocked out by Brody Lee, and Brody Lee let Colt Cabana pin him, and that's how he got him back to winning ways. And Colt Cabana was interested even more. So now it's like teased even more that Colt Cabana will join the Dark Order. But more than that, Dark Order also recruiting more people. They recruited their first female almost pretty much in Anna Jay, who made her debut. This 22-year-old girl who made her debut at AEW Dynamite against Abaddon, who's this freakishly weird female, like really scary honestly. And she lost, and Anna Jay lost. So she was also picked up by the members of the Dark Order and taken back. So Colt Cabana saw that, and it's playing in his mind that yes, people are being recruited. And now Brody Lee has given him has to prove himself, so he's given himself one more shot. He's dug up an old rivalry against SCU. So the SCU had doubted that the Exalted One ever existed, that Dark Order is just a sham, it's just a fake cult basically, and the Dark Order had a match with them at Revolution, but now Brody Lee has dug up the past, and he wants to have a rematch against SCU, and he also wants to prove to Colt Cabana that he can lead him to victory. So all in all, I mean, Brody Lee has worked it out himself, and he's going to be facing SCU with Colt Cabana, and I'm going for the Dark Order and Colt Cabana to win this one, come out on top and beat SCU. Hey, if you like that video, hit the subscribe button.
And to know everything about All Elite Wrestling, you know who to call. We're the last man standing, and we'll see you.